Hello YouTube and welcome to my backyard. I'm doing a paint pour project. I'm going to say this, I should probably done my research a little bit better and got better stuff because it's going to be an outdoor project, and I don't think that these paints I'm going to use is going to be very durable, but I'm doing it anyway. It's in the morning and it's not too hot right now and I'm in the mood to do it, so I'm going to do it. So I'm going to show you the process. I'm not an expert. This is the first time for me doing this ever. So yeah, we're going to do this paint project. I'm going to do a 4-element sign. So let me show you what I've done so far. We have this leftover fencing from when we did our privacy fence. So I have split it up into 4s. And I've got a plastic sheeting for the mess. And one section's going to be earth, then air, fire, air, earth, and water. I'm going to have to do part of it today, let it dry for 24 hours, the paint pour part, then do the next part for 24 hours, let it dry, and then I'll have to put the symbols in. But that's what I got so far. So let's get to the mixing of the paints. Alright, I hope this angle's good. I'm going to need some more plastic cups. So I've got plastic cups, and then I got water with soap. And like I said, this is not something that's going to do like longevity wise. So I've got red paint, just really cheap red paint from Michaels. You're going to pour some into the cup. This is, and I'm going to use quite a bit because it's quite a bit of big panel. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. There's a big glob stuck. I've got a straw, and you're going to pour some of this water, soapy water in there. It's probably too much because you want it, you want it runny according to the internet, but not super runny. So I'm going to try this again. Get the lid off to get this paint out. No. What is going on? Ugh. Alright, anyway, I'll be back in a second. I gotta fix this paint because it's just not cooperating. Okay, so I got my colors mixed up. And I'm sorry, I keep hitting it. It's a thicker consistency. Some of these aren't going to be as thick. I wanted to play around with the consistency a little bit. So I have all my colors ready. And then all you're going to do, I hope I can get this in frame. Things out of the way. And you take your cup. And you're just going to pour. This is like the creative process, I guess. And I think they call this like a dirty pour. So you're going to pour the different colors that you want in there. I know these are not really traditional traditional, what am I trying to say? Traditional fire element colors. They're more pink, but it's what I got. So we're gonna go with it and see what happens. Let's see if this does what I want it to do, and it might not, and it might. Yellow again. This definitely is not going to be enough paint. I'm probably going to have to go to a craft store, and I was really hoping not to do that today. Like I said, it's still early morning, and so I can't be out in the heat, and I really just wanted to get this done while it was still cold, like cooler out. Alright, I'm gonna do the earth element next, and then I'll get you over to our canvas or our fence panel. Alright. Alright, so now we're at the fence post, and I'm only going to be able to show you the top one. I won't be doing the middle one, but I got my cup. And all you're going to do, and I think what I'm going to have to do, because this is such a big space, is I'm just going to, like, just try to get it on all the fence panels, I guess. That's what I'm going to do. Normally you just, like, flip it. And then you want to take and kind of lock it, try to get, yeah, I didn't have enough paint. That's for sure, not enough paint. And then you're gonna try to get the paint as much as you can all over the panel. But I am liking what it's doing as far as not being solid, which is kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to do the brown one, which you can't see. Alright, it like all mixed together. I don't know why. Because this is my first time doing this, so I just mixed up some more orange. I want like all the different colors in it, and it just mixed all together, so that was a little alright, I don't know where my video ended up stopping because my phone said I didn't have enough storage, but this side was really difficult to do because the paint was too thick. But I think it turned out okay. It's not completely covered, and I'm kind of okay with that because it is the wood element, so it's wood. And then over here, this side was too thin, so everything was mixing together, and that was causing a problem. But I like the way that it turned out. My painter's tape is not holding up, so I'm going to have to do probably a little sanding before I do the other two parts. But this is going to have to dry for about 24 hours. And then we can do the next one. For this one, I actually, because it wasn't covering, the paint was too thick, I actually poured the water, the soapy water, all over it to get it to kind of smooth around. And that worked out, it looks like. So that's good. And then this one, I put a bunch of salt, because when we do watercolor painting, salt reacts with the water. I don't know if it's going to react with this. We'll see, but I thought I would try it, see what happens. So let this dry and I'll be back in 24 hours. Okay, YouTube, it is the second day, and I'm hoping that the where it bled is not going to be a huge issue. It possibly could be a huge issue. So I don't know. I'm on to the second part of it. Dried really cool, so let's get these paints mixed. Alright, here's where the other panels are done, or the other section. I didn't have enough paint, so I had to get this big paintbrush and kind of smush it into where I needed more of the paint to go, because yeah, I didn't have enough paint. And it was like sucking into the wood more today. And I do know that this like went under the tape, and so I'm gonna have to do something to make it, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at it when the tape comes up. So this one's gonna have to dry 24 hours, and then probably next week, because I work, I'm gonna put the symbols on here and try to fix the seepage that has happened in between the tape. So I think I should have used stronger painter's tape, but whatever at this point. So we'll let this dry and we'll get on to the next step later. Okay, YouTube, it has been a while. I haven't been feeling good. I'm trying to figure out what it is. If it's COVID, if it's me just my neurological condition going on, or what. But this is how the panel looks now. When I had finished the last step, it had rained, and I didn't realize that it was going to rain, and I was out and about. So we've got like a lot of splatter and a lot of stuff that I need to fix. Just like this, the earth one is overtaken by the other two. So I've just got the basic colors there, and I've got some brushes and some water, and I'm going to try to touch it up. So I will show you what it looks like after I try to touch it up. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so I just took a brush and the main colors and kind of like patted it and made sure the brush was really wet. So it wasn't super opaque. So even on this one you can see a little bit of the blue and stuff still popping through, which I don't mind. I think it adds some dimension and nobody's going to be looking up at it that close. I just didn't want it glaringly blue on the red or white on the brown. And then I'm going to put the symbols. So this is going to have to dry. I hope to God a bird doesn't poop on it. And then I can put the symbols on and seal it, and then it'll be done. And I think it looks, let me get this angle, I think that looks amazing. So yeah, so we're going to let it dry, and hopefully nothing poops on it. Okay, this is the finished product. I just used Sharpie to mark off the symbols. And now all I am going to do is spray it down to hopefully protect it a little bit. Kind of would like the black part to be a little bit darker, but I'm not going to freak out about it because I'm afraid I'm going to screw it up. So I'm going to spray it, and that's the end of the project. So hope you enjoyed the video.